Hello everyone, I hope you're all doing beautifully well. It's time for the Grim Reapers DCS competition, July 2020. All of you are allowed to join and there are prizes to give away. So this is a flying and video making competition. We did one like this last year where you all had to submit 30-second videos on low flying. I'll go and link that in the video description if you want to go and look at some examples. And you guys sent your 30-second videos in and we got hundreds of them in. We rated them, we scored them on different criteria, and then we gave away prizes for the top 3 or 4 guys. Rules for the competition. The subject of the video that you guys are to make, and this is to be a YouTube video that you put up on your channel, is going to be ground attack of any type, and this includes anti-sea if you wanted to. Max video length, which is what makes this so hard, is 30 seconds. Your video may not be any longer than 30 seconds, otherwise it gets disqualified. Now there's 2 reasons for that. One is that we have to go and view and judge 300 of these entries, so if they were any longer it would be, we just wouldn't be able to do it. 2, it's actually a challenge trying to make a video as short as 30 seconds and still make it look cool and kind of semi-professional, so that's part of the challenge. Next, which DCS aircraft are involved? The DCS aircraft on your side, which is going to be the Blue Coalition if you like, can only be human-driven aircraft. So the things doing the bombing can only be human-driven DCS aircraft. So you can't have a bunch of 35 Tu-95 Bears bombing. Don't get me wrong, that would look awesome, but it's a bit cheaty. So you've got to be human-driven aircraft. You can have multiple players if you want on that video. So you could film 3 or 4 of your mates or more on multiplayer if you want on the Blue Coalition doing the bombing. That's up to you. Red Force, so the guys who are being bombed can have an Air Force if you want. So you may have to shoot down a MiG-29 and then go and bomb a tank. That's fine. And the Red Force defending the ground target can be AI, because not all of you have got mates, and I want to give them the ability to have Red 4 to fight against if you want. But remember, this is only 30 seconds, so there's only so much you can do in terms of a Red 4 Air Force. And we've decided you can use mods. It simply looks cool. If you want to go and use an F-22 Raptor mod, fine. If you want to use an F-35 mod, I really can't see a reason why you shouldn't be able to do that. Age limit, and this is a bit of a tough one, but to be safe we've decided to go for 18 plus. Now that doesn't mean that if you're a 12-year-old you can't join in. You can make the video, but the guy that actually submits the video to us, your dad, your mum, whatever, must be above 18 and be able to prove they're above 18, purely for legal reasons. We're getting quite big now and we have to be a little bit careful with who we deal with legally, so I'm sure you can understand. Next, the DCS version that you use, essentially any. You can do it on stable, you can do it on open beta, whatever. Visual effects, you may only use DCS footage, so you can't just insert footage from Top Gun film or something like that. Cool as it would be, that would be cheating. However, you can put effects on that footage and fades and fuzziness or whatever you want, but it has to be originating from DCS footage. In terms of resolution and stuff like that, anything you want. We've all got different computers for different specs. You want high res, go high res. You want low res, go low res, and so on. Sound effect limits, absolutely none at all. If you want to add your own boom boom sound effects, sure, go ahead and do that, no problems. Just obvious stuff, no swearing and no racism, obvious stuff that you wouldn't put in anyway, but just to cover my legal stipulations. Music, any that you want. This will not be monetized in any way, so knock yourself out. Entry time limit, you may submit your entry anytime in July 2020, and that's it. Closes at the last day of July, begins at the first day of July, and then it will take us a few weeks to go and judge everything and stuff like that, obviously. Entries must go to competition@grimreapers.net. Send it there. Only send in that email the link to your YouTube video and nothing else, please. Like I said, we'll have hundreds of these we'll have to sift through. We'll already have your email because obviously we'll see the email that you've come in on, and that's how we'll reach you if we need to. Next, judging criteria. If you're going to make a video, you have to know what we are looking for. The way we'll do this is we'll get several Grim Reapers the way we did last time. We'll sit down, we'll go through every single one, we'll record it so you can see that we're not just cheating or favouring our friends or whatever. That's another good point actually. We better not have any GR full-time members in this competition, so only public non-GR full-time members, please. We'll judge creativity. So an A10 gal 8ing a tank is cool, but it's not very creative, right? It's something you do every day. Just picking things out of my head, somehow bombing with a Yak 52 or something that can't even drop bombs, very creative. Difficulty, and the way we'll judge difficulty is the difficulty to reproduce what you've done. So again, gal 8ing a tank from an A10 is relatively easy. As long as you're not an idiot like me, it's an easy thing to do. But using a MiG-20, a hard-to-drive aeroplane, like a MiG-21, we'd all agree is very hard to use, and get under a SAM network and then kill something that's really hard to kill with a really terrible weapon is really almost impossible to reproduce. Therefore, its difficulty will be rated high. Camera work / visuals. So the better camera pans you do, close-in shots, you know, the kind of thing I'm making that makes a cool-looking video. Now, we have to be careful not to bias videos that are technically better in terms of, you know, resolution and frames per second and stuff, because it's not fair that a guy with a supercomputer gets more points than a guy with a crappy computer. So we're going to try and be unbiased on the quality of image, if you know what I mean, as best as we can. It's hard, we're just humans, but you know, cool visual shots and time that's taken to set camera shots up should be in the criteria. If you want to know how to make a basic Grim Reapers type video, and I'm not saying I'm particularly good at this because I'm not, most of you, a lot of you are a lot better at making this, but go into Google or YouTube and type Grim Reapers make short video, and I've showed an example of how to make a 30-second video with various camera angles and shots and stuff like that. Prizes. Now these are not first, second, third and fourth, they are just prize number 1 is very kindly sent to us from Eagle Dynamics, channel map and P47D module. Number 2 is TrackEye Art Steel Box. I'm not sure if it's used or not. I've had a quick look in there and I don't want to say. It looks unused, but I'm not sure. It's come from a very generous donator that's donated it to us when they went to VR. So you can have that if you want. I don't know what version it is. It doesn't seem to say anywhere. 3 is, in fact, we'll come back to 3 and 4 because they're cool and I'm going to be doing more videos about these. 5, 4 times modules for DCS World, FC3 modules, an A10A, an F15C, a MiG-29 and an Su-33, again from a very generous donator. And we can apply these, we've had permission from ED to apply these to your account. Or, if you win and you've already got these, then you can apply them to your mate's account or whoever. You know, these are starter planes and they're designed to get people into DCS. Next, let's go and have a look at the knee board. So we've recently got in touch with a cool new company in Germany, I think, called Black Hog. The first thing is this knee board professional at $25 roughly or whatever that is. And you can see it is a knee board for gamers that you can attach to your knee. They're going to send me one of these as well for me to try out and review, and I'm going to be using that. And I'll make a little video about that. It's just a bit of fun and it looks really cool and I'm looking forward to that. And this one, Kneeboard Rookie, it's just a different version, a cheaper version, a kneeboard as well that you can use. So the way it'll work is the first place winner will decide what he or she wants. Does he want that? Does he want that? Does he want that? And so on. The second place winner will then decide out of the remaining 4 and so on. That's the best way, because what we don't want is the winner to just have this module and then find out he's already got it. It'll just be stupid, right? So they can choose which of the remaining prizes they have. That is the Grim Reapers competition July 2020. I really look forward to your videos. If you have any questions, then please put them in this video description in YouTube and I'll answer them as soon as I can. But I think I've covered everything I can think of. Go get to work and I look forward to seeing your videos.